Hello everyone, it's June 23rd. Alright, look at that. We got another hard one. Ay. Take a deep breath. Didn't do very well yesterday. Well, it was a blur. And let's see if we can handle this one today. So again, let me go back to yesterday. The reason we didn't solve yesterday is because the first jump was a little bit too much. I didn't really have the patience to work it out. That's one of the main reasons, right? Actually, if I can get actually there's still two jumps, right? You have to realize you need to sort it based on the last date, and after that you need to know that um, the greedy method works. So two jumps. So today, apparently this problem solved this before, just like the other one. It happens all the time for these tough questions. You solved it before, but you just forgot how to deal with it again. All right, let's see. A given array of target from a starting array consisting of n ones, you may perform the following procedures. Let x be the sum of all elements currently in your array. Okay. Choose index I, it's in between 0 and n, and set the value of array to x. You may repeat the procedure as many times as possible, as needed. Return true if it is possible to construct the target array from array, otherwise return false. Man, this is an interesting problem. So we add them together as 3, add them together as 5, and add them together as 9. It doesn't really matter, right? Choose index I. So we start with a 1. We can replace the same 1. And here they place in a different spot, which is fine. Like this we can, because added together is 4, so at least has to be that's the minimum, right? Very interesting, right? That's a 1, 1. 8 and 5 added together, 1, 2. Add together 3, 2. Add together 3, 5. Add together 8, 5. This is a very interesting problem. Well, I already know one thing, that if we find the minimum of this is smaller than the length, then that's an impossible, right? Okay. We don't really care the order, so we can actually go, say, from small to large, okay? So we sorted it, so we have a smallest value, and then we go up, okay? So the smaller value definitely will be one of the earlier to get made. Now, the smallest value that can be made is the sum of everything, so it's the length, right? That is the smallest value. What is the second smallest value? So when we do that, that value has to be put in, right? And the second smallest value is add everything up, right? So the smallest value is going to be the length, and the second smaller value is length minus 1 plus length. It's 2 times length minus 1. That is the second smallest value. And when you do that, if you think about it, right? If you think about it, if we say length is n, so the first value come out is n, and then we have to swap. It's going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, and an n. And then we do this again, right? We do this again. So that will be n minus 1 plus n. That's a 2n minus 1. All right, 2n minus 1 is the second number. Now when the second number comes up, we can swap the first number. So become 1 2n minus 1, or 2n minus 1 on all the ones, and an n. So we can produce a third value. So the third value, if it's under this situation, is going to be n minus 1 plus 2n minus 1. That would be 3n minus 2, right? That's that situation. And in the other situation is going to be n minus 2, right? Because this is all n. We have taken 2, so n minus 2 plus n plus 2n minus 1. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 3n minus 3. That will be 3n minus 3. Okay? So 3n minus 3. So if we put this one, so every time we produce a new value, okay? Every time we produce a new value, we either replace a 1 or replace one of the value that's been produced before, right? Huh. You know what? Why don't we start from the last one? Because there's so many paths to go to the end. If we start with the last one, the biggest value definitely is going to be the last one. If you think about it, the biggest value is going to be the last one. So if I remove the biggest value and we do the remaining value, so the remaining value, if we add them together, if it is smaller, if it's bigger than the biggest value, then that's impossible, right? Think about it. The remaining value, if we add them together, if that's bigger than the biggest value, then it's impossible because the biggest value will be the last one, right? It'll be the last one. You add everything together and that becomes the biggest value, and I swap one of the things, which means the remaining value plus the one that's getting swapped equals the biggest value. So we pick out the biggest value and we have the remaining value, we add them together, and the biggest value minus that will be the spot, will be that spot, right? And then we just move one step forward, and we just continue doing this until we figure out. And at any step, if it's not possible, if the sum of the remaining value becomes bigger than the biggest value, and then that's not going to happen. And we made the connection to yesterday's problem. Remember what was yesterday's problem? Yesterday's problem was heap. This is a heap because you need to pop up the biggest value every single time. Ah, I see. I see how this one's. I see where this one is going. Okay. I think we have a very good chance on this one. Very, very good chance. All right. So what do? So we need a heap. So from we just import heap q. Okay, we want a maximum heap. I hate maximum heap. Anyway, so we're gonna say s equals sum target. Okay, we need a running sum, right? And then we say heap q dot heap phi target. Okay. Now what? Now what? And then we have a length like an n equals len target. We say while s is larger than n, right? What do? We say the m equals heap q dot heap pop, right? Heap pop target. So this is the, I cannot do that. I have to go negative, so minus t for t in target. I have to do the negative. So m equals negative this, okay? And then what we're gonna do is s, we're gonna minus m, that's the remaining value, right? That is the remaining value. And we should be the remaining value plus, so it should be m minus this, should be the thing that's been replaced. And then we're gonna say replace equals this. And if replace is smaller than equal to 0, then we return false. It just means it's not possible. Otherwise, we say heap q dot heap push target. We're gonna push minus replacement into it, and then we just keep going, and if it's equal to, then we'll return true. All right, let's take a look. This will be true. I remember it's 1, 1, 1, 2. That will be false. I remember last one is 8 and 5. That will be true as well. Okay. This will be target. And this will be is possible. Run it. It must be list, not generator, which is fine. We just need to do this. Didn't hurt anybody. Oh, did you change S? I did not change S. All right, so we got the rep, and now we push the rep in, and S need to equal to S minus M plus rep. Ooh, that was ugly as hell. All right, let's see what happened. What do we need at this point? Well, at this point, maybe it's smaller equal to 0 is the problem. Nope. Let's see. Can I have a target? Oh, it ain't target. Dang it. Heap. My bad. It's supposed to be heap. So there's no target. That should be heap. And this should be heap. Yep, that is heap. All right, so anything we can do to simplify this? That's about as simple as it can get. I mean, I can save a few lines. I can say Sn equals to len target, right? And heap equals this. We need a heap of 5. And do this, and this, and this I can. I actually like to do it this way. This has to do, this has to do, and I can just say S plus equal to rep minus M. How about that? All right, so just give this a go. Didn't even try any other test cases. Didn't seem to be right. Is it forever loop or? Ha! I think I got the same treatment the last time. How? It's just way too big. Oh, did you check? Wait, what was the thing? Yeah, what was the thing? The thing is the smallest value must be larger than the sum. Yeah, so okay, we have a few checks here. So the first check is if the minimum of target, right? If minimum of target is smaller than the sum, because we have to sum them together first. So if it's smaller than the sum, then it's not possible, right? Then we just return false. So we add this, like a sanity check. I'm pretty sure I was hit by the exact same problem last time. I should have done that. Oh, what the heck? Oh, it's not S. It's n. That's the first value. Alright, we're still not right. What the heck? Pass all this. The last one. Without this last one is true. Oh, I only need to constantly swap in one of them. Oh, okay, I was wrong. Alright. Alright. It's supposed to be true. Interesting. I thought we're done. Wow, it does take a long time if you heapify this. Basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jeez. Nah, this is not right. Because I can keep doing on one of them. It just gets ridiculously big. What else can you propose? That's a good question. Actually, I have no idea. Yeah, basically it's O. It's not O when. It depends on how big it is. What'd you say? So this happens if one of the value is too big, right? If the one of the value is too big, and we find out, yeah, the sum and the current and the difference, the one that we replace is m minus is 9. That's the thing that we replace, right? Hold on. Basically what it says is we have this, we have the previous one, and then we add them together. We add the rest, right, to get here. And the next one, so if it's still the biggest, yeah, if it's still the biggest, hold on. Because if it's still the biggest, next time this one will get popped out again, right? This one will be popped out again. And then we'll do the same thing. Is this minus this, right? So basically what we're saying is when m is the largest value, right? And then we have the remaining. Remaining is s minus m is the remaining value. We want to see how many times we can remove the remaining until m is no longer the biggest value. Yeah? So, in that case, what we're doing is how many times I can take s minus m out of m, so m minus k times, right? K times this until this value is smaller than the top of the heap at this time. Right? Because otherwise it's still going to be the biggest value. So we just keep removing, right? We keep removing certain times, which means I need to find m. So we want to see m minus heap 0 smaller than k s minus m, and then we say k equal to m minus heap this divided by s minus m. So k need to be larger than that. Because the largest, so we want to find the smallest k to make this happen. Smallest k, but you just do this division, right? If I do this division and integer division, we do the integer division, do the floor, then that will be the smallest k because we'll have some remainder, which just means this times this is not, it's this times this plus something, right, equal to this. So show me that plus 1, because we need this one to be larger then. If we do integer division, it will be smaller. So we plus 1. Right? If we integer division, this times this plus a remainder equal to this. Now what we want is this time just to be larger than, so we need to plus 1. So what we're saying is we get this out, right? And then we do we take m minus heap 0, oh actually plus heap 0, because heap is negative, divided by s minus m plus 1. So that is the total number we have to take. So this entire thing, when you multiply it, right, by s minus m, what is that? So that's the k times that, right? And then we do m minus this. So m minus this whole thing will be the first value that's smaller than, so m equals this. And then I say m equals this. So when we do that, that m will turn into the first value that's smaller than the top of the heap. All right, and basically it's like the last one, and the m minus s minus m. Not sure. I think it makes sense because otherwise m will still be big, right? M is still big, and m will keep doing. Yeah, m will minus, this is the replaced, and it's still big, so this will minus S minus m is the remaining. So we'll keep minus the remaining, key minus the remaining, key minus the remaining until m minus so many remaining, right? And that becomes a replacement. So actually this is now m. That's going to be the replacement. Okay, so how does S change? So we can actually do this. M is the current biggest. K, in my mind, we shall do this. This is K, right? And then we'll remove K times of this, becomes a replacement. And after that, I put the replacement in it. And S need to do this. Okay, try that. Oops, it was so wrong, but I think I'm on the right path. I just need to, figure it out. Oh, it's all negative, which is true. I got this, and then what happened? Heap is this, and then let's find out what is the replaced value. So replaced value is 1. Replaced value is 1. Yes, replaced value is 1. And I put 1 into it. And then this one's minus 5. And then the remaining is 4, right? It's 4. And S is going to minus this. So replaces 1, so I put 1 into it. Okay, last one is this one, okay? So M is 3, okay? So 3 minus 1 is 2 divided by, actually, let me print everything out. So we have a heap, right? And we have an S. Let's see, what's the S? S is 5, right? So M is 3, minus 1 is 4, divided by 5 minus 3 is 2. So 4 divided by 2, that's 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So M is 3, minus 3 times, oh, this is ridiculous. What the hell? Yeah, it becomes 2. Hold on. Think again. What are we trying to do? What we're trying to do is current the largest. So we have basically 3, 1, 1 in it, right? So we say, okay, we'll find 3. And then total is 5 minus 3 is 2. So remaining is 2. Right, so we want to see 3 minus k times 2. So how many times you need to remove so that the whole thing will smaller equal to 1, right? So with that, we say 3 minus 1 shall be smaller equal to k times 2. It's 2. So k shall be larger equal to 1. Now here's the problem. Here's the problem. We should take 1. We should take 1. So if it's equal, right? Yes, it should be equal. Equal is fine. So we should push the equal in, because equal can be 1. That's why we are not doing it. So in this case, let's just do quotient and remainder, div mod. Okay, we use div mod this and s minus m. All right, we say if not r, q plus equal 1. We use q now. Let's use k. Okay, k. We'll do this. So we don't do this. Now I have the replacement. Ooh, shoot! What the heck? So s. Okay, so what the hell happened? Zero. Huh? What? Oh, 17. And then replacement, because k is 0. What are you talking about? It should be 6. And 17 minus 9 should be 6. Wait, hold on. What the heck? How is k 1? Or how is k 0? How is k a negative value? Wait, what? krm plus heap 0 s minus m. The heck happened there? K is 0, R is 4, and that's 4, div mod 4. Wait, who's divided by whom? Oh, it is. This is dividing this. M is 9, right? M is 9. And the heap 0 is 5. So this is 4. That is correct. And that's 8. That is also correct. Ah, so that's 0. Oh, if R. Oh, my bad. If R. If R, k plus equal 1, can this be k plus equal R is not equal to 0? I think I can do that. Yeah. Now I think this one will work. So let me put some comments down. Say remove as much s minus m as possible, right? Move as much s minus m as possible until heap 0 becomes the largest value. Otherwise, the value popped out initially remains the largest value. So we do that and do that, everything else is the same. All right, I'm pretty sure it happens at the same time. Let's hope, all right? Let's hope we don't have this thing again, okay? That was embarrassing. So it won't be a complete repeat. I'm hoping we get accepted right there. But I think we have a runtime error again. Wow, it's no improvement. Time limit. Oh, we hit a different thing. Time limit. Oh, that's interesting. That's something new. What is this? 999. We pick the biggest out, which is 9. Okay. And remaining is 99, right? So we have 18, right? With 18 remaining. So we can take 0 of 9. Right, so we say, I'll take, how do we do this? So k equals 1. Are you saying this one is true? Actually, I'm not sure. Wait a second. The logic is a little bit. All right, so we find the largest value, right? 999. We find the largest value, and then we have the remaining value of the remaining value. So what happens is the total value, which is 27, right? The total value, remaining shall be 9 minus 27 minus 18. Right? Is that right? Sorry, minus. Find the largest value, right? So it must be some replacement plus total sum minus the largest value, right? The replacement dash shall equal to this. Right, so the replacement shall equal to 2m minus s, and it is 2 times 9 minus 27. Shouldn't that be a negative value? And what happened to us? It's not a negative value. Well, what I say is, so we want to find m minus k times s minus m. This is smaller than heap. So heap 0 is still going to be 9, right? So what we do? I think k becomes 0. Because m minus 9, that's a 0. 0 divided by everything, it's going to be 0. So k is 0 now. When k is 0, rep become m. And rep does not do this. I would push the same in, right? And the replacement as m becomes 0. Ah, I see the problem. So I'm not sure if it is. I think this is false. We can't do that. So what we need to do is if k is equal to 0, okay? K is 0. So the replacement, if the replacement is the same if this smaller than 0 or k is equal to 0. Okay, if k is equal to 0. If k is equal to 0, that basically means that we cannot make any change. Then it should be false. Alright, so that was wildly embarrassing. Or k equals 0 checks for edge case 999. Okay, so we have if this or k equal to 0. So that's why we need to put 999 here. Alright, third time's a charm. Charm me. What the heck? You gotta be kidding me. That's this runtime error. Didn't see that. Holy guacamole, this is false. How would you do that? Well, we pop it out. There's nothing in the heap. Well, if there's nothing in the heap, then this is not possible. Right? Oh, we can just go on here. We just say n is equal to 1, then return false. Oh, well, if it's 1, right? If it's 1, it shall be true. So if n equal 1 and s is not equal to 1, then we'll return false. All right, add this line, edge case. Come on, what else? What else edge case do you have? Throw me with your acumen. So we have 2 and we have 1. They probably do 1 and 2. Probably 1 and 1. Now I'm being creative in generating the test cases. Shouldn't that be over? That should be enough. Alright, that should be enough. Alright. Try it. Oh. Lordy. Let's go right into that one. So, the concept itself is not that hard, but it's difficult in a different way. 1354. So the concept of going from target back to the beginning is not hard, but the trickiness, right? The trickiness of edge cases is quite challenging. Also, there is a trick, right, where we can massively reduce the largest value by division instead of iteration. Because if a currently largest value remains the largest after after it is replaced by its replacement, we can continue the same operation on the replacement until it drops below the largest in the remaining. Now this is the key to avoid TLE in edge case like this. I don't know, ON. I'll call it ON login. That's how I feel. Because these are login, and then we go from S to, yeah, it won't be more than ON, I think. Okay, so we have, I'd like to see 68. Okay. That's fine. If remain equals 1, return true. This seems cleaner. Current max, okay. Remaining. If the remaining equal to 1, if remaining is 0, and remain is larger, which is represent the replacement smaller than 0. Okay, I shall have some, but here we have, hold on, let me think, what is this? S minus current max. S minus current max is the remaining. If the remaining is 1, I think that is the case of 1. That's that case. N equal to 1 and S equal to 1. The remaining is larger than the current max, which is basically this situation. Because we minus the placement, yeah, this basically the placement is small equal to 0, or remaining equal to 0. And the remaining is 0 is equivalent to, I would say k equals to 0. R equals this, and if R equal to 0, current max and the remain, how many remain we can take? I actually don't think this is the best example. I like what I have right now. I have this calculation to find the maximum number you can take, and then, right, if the maximum number, if it's divisible, then we say it has to plus 1, right? If it's divisible, we don't plus 1, because that's the maximum, that's the smallest we can take. And if it's divisible, we have to plus 1, that's the smallest we can take. And then we get a replacement value. If the replacement is smaller than 0, it's no good. Or if k is equal to 0. Okay, so we cannot take any out, then that's also bad. So we do that. I'm pretty sure it's a 68 test cases. 71. Increase a little bit. All right, that's it. Ooh, 2 tough ones in a row. Let's have some fun. We did solve it, so we are entitled to have some fun. Just a little bit fun. Let's have fun with this one. Should have. That's fine. Number of ways to split array. A zero-indexed array contains a valid split at index I if the following are true. The sum of the first I plus 1. Well, index I, so I plus 1 is all the values up to index I, is greater or equal to the sum of the last elements. There is at least one element to the right of I, that is, okay, return the number of valid splits. So basically what we're talking about is a prefix sum, right? We just, everything here and everything here is larger than we have. So yep, see, the difficulty in these problems changes dramatically. And this one is, if of course my understanding is correct, then it's not even on par. All right, this one is fairly straightforward, but this is one of those contests, so I shall have a higher standards for this, right? And nah, it's a tool, man. Accumulate, okay? So we say pre-sum equals list accumulate nums. And then for I in range, well, we can go from 0 all the way to len nums minus 1, okay? And we have rest equals 0, and we say if pre-sum I is greater or equal to, so greater or equal to what? Greater or equal to the remaining. So it's going to be pre-sum, the last one, minus pre-sum I, let's minus this. If that's true, then I can say this for this and return sum of this. And let's run test cases. Again, this is treat this as if we are doing a contest. We want speed, but at the same time, we also want accuracy. But this one seems pretty straightforward to me. I don't see how there could be any hidden risks. So we have nums. We have nums here. Oops. Nums. Oops. We have ways to split. Run it. It's correct for that. And just for the sake of it, happy to. Okay, now it's just bashing. Trying. Is not, oh, I have a invalid number. It's okay. All right, looks solid to me. Looks solid to me. Okay, so we had fun and call it a day. All right, call it a day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Adios.